打造扫荡了世界的每个角。
如果神龙的灵魂被吞掉了，那喉咙。
放手吧！放手
！Holy shit！
Life afraid. And you did nothing.
Gone, and we needed to. You trained. What makes you?
He's gonna kill us all if we don't work together.
We don't need your help. Release them.
What through the gate? That was just the beginning.
马上到湖面信号。
I was hoping you knew.
去吧。
There, Dad. Now.
Oh, mate, I'm not dead. It's just a performance.
He's here.
他留下。
竹林子。
塔罗入口，你好像不知道我是谁。
麻烦。你的父亲。
项链交出来。
You have.
You okay?
Yo, what up, y'all? It's your as a youth, so I'm gonna try and grade.
Holy shit.
My bad.
What the hell's going on?
Boss, I get yelled at.
The vac is about to go.
Yo, what's up, y'all? What's up,
Hold on, everybody!
Controlling those punches like we practice.
Love that guy.
We've all been waiting for. It's
What happened to your shirt?
Macau's own.
但是我有急事得。
能不能快？我是来帮你的，不会再给你打的。Come on!
Yo, I'm not doing this.
If we make it to the elevator, one.
Wind in my hair. Ow! Ow! Oh! Oh! God! Shot! 这边来。Oh my.
30 seconds until.
Do you mind?
That's my car!
Hold on. Shit! What's happening back there?
3.
What?
2. It's all about us. Eats us. What does that mean?
What is that in fate?
Really freaking. You might want to hurry up.
What?
Morris says fall, and we're pretty much there. Really? That's...
这是我的。去哪去？你误。我。
放下你们的武器，我是你们的小姨。想你们。Oh.
We don't have much time.
Something we hope will never happen. 在塔罗，是时候从影子里走出。
That's tight.
Do you?
Are you
You're being lied to by a creature who wants to destroy.
voice?
I miss.
And you turned her away from your gate. 小子 You all by yourself. Life afraid. And you did nothing.
Gone, and we needed to. You trained. What makes you?
He's gonna kill us all if we don't work together.
We don't need your help. Release them.
What? Through the gate. That was just the beginning.
马上到湖面信号。
I was hoping you knew.
你有神龙之心，要把我们给你的一切。去吧。
Now.
Oh, mate, I'm not dead. It's just a performance.
Dad, please. Shit.
Hey guys, today we're diving deep into the mystical, action-packed world of Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. This film isn't just another superhero flick, it's a vibrant tapestry woven with ancient legends, breathtaking martial arts, and a family drama that hits surprisingly hard, all while expanding the ever-growing Marvel Cinematic Universe in some truly spectacular ways. We're talking dragons, magic, and some serious family baggage. Before you head off, if you're enjoying the kind of content I make, please consider liking and subscribing. No pressure, but it truly helps me keep the action coming. Now let's get into it. We open our story not with our hero, but with his legendary, and let's be honest, slightly unhinged father, Wenwu. For 1,000 years, Wenwu wielded the Ten Rings, a set of ancient, incredibly powerful armbands that grant immortality and immense destructive capabilities. He built a covert empire, subtly influencing world history, a sort of millennia-long take-your-kid-to-work day, if work involved global conquest. His reign was unchallenged, his power absolute, his patience. Well, let's just say he wasn't known for it. But even an immortal warlord can get a little restless, apparently. Wenwu eventually learns of a mythical hidden village called Ta Lo, a place shrouded in ancient magic and defended by guardians who maintain its secrecy. Curiosity, or perhaps just a bad case of conqueror's ennui, leads him there. It's here that he meets Ying Li, Ta Lo's formidable protector, a woman of grace, power, and a seriously impressive ability to deflect ancient weaponry with nothing but chi. Their first encounter isn't exactly a meet cute at a coffee shop. It's an epic, gravity-defying duel, a beautiful dance of martial prowess, where the whooshing of air and the thud of powerful blows echo through the mystical forest. The sheer visual poetry of their fight, where Li's fluid, internal chi combat style clashes with Wenwu's external raw power of the rings, is just chef's kiss. You can almost feel the impact of their synchronized movements, the subtle shifts in their stances, culminating not in defeat, but in a mutual respect that quickly blossoms into an unexpected, powerful love. It's the ultimate enemies to lovers trope, but with more magical artifacts and fewer awkward first dates. With love conquering all, for a time anyway, Wenwu actually gives up his 10 rings, tucking them away like a teenager's dusty participation trophies. He and Ying Li marry, settling down in a beautiful, secluded home, raising their children, Shang-Chi and Xialing, in a semblance of normal life. Imagine an immortal warlord doing school runs and changing diapers. Truly, love makes you do crazy things. This period is depicted with such warmth. The quiet hum of a family living peacefully, the gentle rustle of leaves outside their window, the playful shouts of children. It's a stark contrast to the clanging, violent world Wenwu once commanded. But, as we all know, happiness in these kinds of movies is often just a brief commercial break before the next dramatic segment. Wenwu's past, like a persistent telemarketer, eventually catches up. His old enemies, capitalizing on his ringless state, brutally attack his family. In a scene that rips your heart out, Ying Li bravely fights them off, her every swift kick and defensive block a desperate attempt to protect her children. You can almost hear the desperate gasps for air, the metallic scrape of weapons against her body before the inevitable, devastating silence. Her sacrifice, though heroic, leaves Wenwu shattered, utterly consumed by grief. The quiet hum of domestic bliss is replaced by a deafening void. The rustle of leaves now sounds like a mournful sigh. He retrieves the 10 rings, not for conquest, but for vengeance, the metallic clatter of the rings being pulled from their hiding place, signifying his dark return. This event irrevocably warps his relationship with his children, training Shang-Chi from a tender age to be a ruthless assassin, forging him into a weapon, a legacy of his grief rather than a child of his love. Shelling, however, is largely ignored, left to fend for herself, setting the stage for some serious sibling rivalry, and a whole lot of unspoken therapy sessions that these characters definitely need. Fast forward 20 years, and we find our hero, Shang-Chi, living under the rather unassuming alias of Sean in San Francisco. He's working as a valet, parking fancy cars with his equally chill best friend, Katie. Their lives are pretty standard millennial fare. Late-night karaoke, mundane jobs, and a general lack of ambition that, frankly, I relate to on a spiritual level. The rhythmic thrum of city life, the casual banter between friends, the comfortable hum of the bus on their daily commute, all paint a picture of deliberate normalcy. Sean's carefully constructed average life feels almost peaceful, a stark contrast to the brutal upbringing his father imposed. But, as with all good Marvel stories, peace is just a temporary state of affairs. One fateful bus ride, their mundane routine is shattered with a literal crash. A group of Wenwu's 10 Rings operatives, led by the formidable Razor Fist, a guy with, you guessed it, a razor for a hand, storms the bus, demanding a pendant. Now Sean, our mild-mannered valet, tries to play it cool, but when Katie's life is threatened, he drops the act faster than a hot potato. He springs into action, revealing an astonishing mastery of martial arts, moving with a fluid grace that suggests he's done this more than once. The crack of his punches, the whoosh of his kicks, the metallic clang of Razor Fist's weapon as it clashes against his improvised defenses. It's a symphony of controlled chaos. He dismantles the assailants with an almost casual efficiency, leaving Katie utterly agog. The scene is a masterclass in action choreography, a dynamic blend of Jackie Chan-esque improvisation and devastatingly effective combat. It's a sudden, jarring immersion into a secret world, jolting Sean and Katie out of their comfortable complacency. The bus ride, which started with light-hearted chatter, ends with the frantic gasps of bewildered passengers and the realization that their lives just got a whole lot more complicated. After the dust, and a few broken bus seats, settle, Katie is understandably in a state of utter disbelief. Her best friend, the guy who complained about having to walk 5 blocks to get burritos, just turned into a one-man wrecking crew. You can practically hear her internal monologue screaming, "Who are you?" Oh, and Sean, now Shang-Chi, finally spills the tea. He confesses his true identity, his assassin training, and the brutal circumstances of his childhood, explaining the weight of his father's legacy and the reason for his self-imposed exile. He reveals that the target wasn't just him, but the jade pendant his mother gave him, a twin to the ones Yelling wears. The silence in the aftermath of his confession is almost as impactful as the previous fight, punctuated only by the occasional distant siren. The comfortable hum of their friendship now has an undercurrent of profound revelation. Katie, ever the supportive and slightly insane friend, doesn't freak out as much as you'd expect. Instead, she's all in. I mean, who wouldn't want to follow their super-skilled friend into a shadowy world of ancient powers? It's way more exciting than valet parking. Realizing the 10 Rings are closing in, Shang-Chi makes a difficult decision. He must find his estranged sister, Shelling, who he believes is in Macau. Their relationship is fractured, a casualty of their father's grief and neglect. But he knows she also possesses a pendant and is likely in danger. The decision is heavy, a palpable sense of dread mixing with the desperate hope of reconnecting with his only remaining family. This sudden pivot into a quest immediately shifts the film's tone, injecting it with a sense of urgency and danger, propelling our duo from the familiar streets of San Francisco into the unknown, vibrant chaos of Macau, a city that practically hums with hidden secrets and lucrative underground activities. Our intrepid duo, Shang-Chi and Katie, land in the glittering, bustling metropolis of Macau, a city that just screams secret underworld activities with its vibrant neon glow and shadowy alleys, the rhythmic clatter of street vendors, the cacophony of foreign languages, and the general electric hum of a city alive are all sensory delights, drawing us further into this exotic new setting. Following a cryptic lead, they discover that Xie Ling, far from living a quiet life, has built her own empire from the ground up, a wildly popular and surprisingly lucrative underground fight club known as the Golden Daggers. The contrast between Shang-Chi's attempts at a normal life and Xie Ling's deliberate embrace of a dangerous, self-made existence couldn't be starker. When they finally locate the club, it's a spectacle. The echoing thuds of combat, the roar of the crowd, the flashing lights. It's a high-octane environment, a place where adrenaline is currency. Xie Ling, surrounded by her hand-picked fighters, exudes an air of untouchable authority and a quiet, simmering resentment. She's not just surviving, she's thriving, albeit in a morally gray area. This discovery not only provides a fantastic setting for future action, but also paints Xie Ling as a complex character. Abandoned by her father, ignored by her brother, she forged her own path, using her father's training, which he never bothered to teach her directly, to create her own power base. Her fighting style, self-taught and fiercely effective, reflects her resilience. The thud of punches landing, the gasps of the crowd, and the sharp clang of weapons make it clear this is a world built on raw power and individual skill. It's a place where you either fight or get forgotten, and Xie Ling clearly chose the former, creating a unique corner of the world building that showcases how different people adapt to similar traumas. The reunion between Shang-Chi and Xie Ling is anything but warm and fuzzy. There's a palpable chill in the air, a history of hurt and neglect that hangs between them. Xie Ling, sharp and direct, doesn't pull any punches, verbally jabbing at Shang-Chi for his absence, his perceived abandonment, and the blatant favoritism their father showed. The quiet intensity of their conversation, the subtle shifts in Xie Ling's posture reflecting years of unspoken pain, is a masterful display of character. Her voice, though calm, carries the weight of 1,000 slights. But before they can fully unpack 2 decades of trauma, because, Marvel movies, the Ten Rings crash the party, led by Razor Fist again, they storm the Golden Daggers Club, turning it into a chaotic free-for-all. The immediate shift from emotional tension to explosive action is seamless. Shang-Chi, Xie Ling, and Katie are forced to flee, leading to an incredibly dynamic chase scene across the city's rooftops, culminating in an iconic fight sequence on precarious bamboo scaffolding. You can almost feel the sway of the bamboo beneath their feet, hear the creak and groan of the structure as fighters leap and grapple, the metallic clang of weapons, and the muffled thuds of bodies hitting bamboo, the whooshing of kicks cutting through the air. It's a symphony of controlled chaos. Xie Ling, now fighting alongside her brother, unveils her unique rope dart fighting style, a self-taught, graceful yet deadly form that highlights her incredible ingenuity and resilience. It's a gorgeous visual, the intricate dance of fighter and weapon against the backdrop of the city lights. This sequence isn't just about the spectacle, it's a crucial moment of forced reconciliation and a showcase of their individual yet complementary fighting prowess. They might be estranged, but in a crisis, their instincts for survival and for each other kick in, setting the stage for their eventual reconnection. Despite their combined martial arts might, and Katie's surprising proficiency with a car, because why not, our heroes are eventually overwhelmed and captured by the relentless Ten Rings. The metallic click of handcuffs, the rough handling as they're escorted away. It's a stark reminder that even the best fighters can get caught. They're brought to Wenwu's sprawling ancient Ten Rings compound, a place that just oozes history and menace, all dark stone and subtle, dangerous aesthetics. It's the kind of place where welcome mat probably means trapdoor, and who do they find there? Locked in a surprisingly lavish cell, but none other than the one and only Trevor Slattery. Yes, that Trevor Slattery, the actor who notoriously impersonated the Mandarin in Iron Man 3 and caused a global incident. The utter absurdity of finding him here, still alive and still very much himself, injects a much-needed dose of comedic relief into the escalating tension. His droll observations, the way his voice wavers with a theatrical flair even in captivity, are a stark contrast to the grim reality of their situation. He's like a perpetually confused, slightly damp theater kid who accidentally wandered onto a supervillain's set. Trevor, it turns out, has been Wenwu's unwilling, albeit pampered, captive for years. He's essentially been living as a court jester, which, given his penchant for theatricality, is a surprisingly fitting role. He reveals that Wenwu is obsessed with finding Ta Lo, believing his deceased wife, Ying Li, is trapped there, a delusion fueled by a mysterious voice he's been hearing, a voice he's convinced is Ying Li calling to him from beyond. Trevor's presence adds a unique flavor to the world building, tying Shang-Chi's story back into the larger MCU tapestries in an unexpectedly hilarious way. It's also our first real hint at the true nature of the threat looming over Ta Lo, suggesting something far more ancient and sinister than just Wenwu's grief-fueled quest. Armed with Trevor's delightfully quirky Dejiang companion, Morris, a furry, headless creature that communicates through enthusiastic honks and head tilts, because why not have a magical chicken wing-shaped guide? Our heroes decide to beat Wenwu to Ta Lo. Their goal? Warn the village and hopefully, not get everyone killed. Morris, with his uncanny ability to navigate mystical, shifting landscapes, leads them through a vibrant, ethereal forest. This isn't your average walk in the park. The trees are impossibly tall, bathed in an otherworldly glow, and the air itself seems to hum with ancient magic. The forest is a living, breathing entity, constantly shifting its pathways, designed to confuse and deter unwelcome visitors. It's a genius piece of world building, truly making Ta Lo feel like a hidden gem plucked from folklore. The journey itself is a feast for the senses. The rustle of leaves as they brush past, the soft, squishy feel of the moss underfoot, the vibrant hues of exotic flora that pulse with hidden energy. It's a delightful visual departure from the gritty urban landscapes and ancient stone compounds we've seen so far. Finally, they emerge into the breathtakingly beautiful valley of Ta Lo, a utopian village untouched by the modern world. Here, they're greeted by Yingnan, Shang-Chi, and Shelling's aunt, and the village elder. She reveals the true history of Ta Lo. It's a nexus of interdimensional energy, a place where mythical creatures like the benevolent Great Protector, a majestic water dragon, reside. The village itself is a testament to balance and harmony, a stark contrast to Wenwu's empire of conquest. Yingnan, with a calm, measured voice, explains that the voice Wenwu hears, the one he believes is Ying Li, is actually an ancient, malevolent entity known as the Dweller in Darkness. This creature, imprisoned behind the dark gate, feeds on sorrow and manipulates its victims, slowly leeching their life force, and has been whispering lies into Wenwu's grief-stricken mind for years. The revelation is chilling, the implications terrifying, adding layers to the film's already rich lore. With the looming threat of Wenwu and the Dweller in Darkness, Shang-Chi finally gets the proper training he never fully received from his father. Under the guidance of his aunt Yingnan, he begins to learn his mother's unique, fluid martial arts style, a style deeply rooted in internal energy, or chai, rather than brute force. This isn't just about punching and kicking. It's about balance, harmony, and connection. The training sequences are visually stunning, a beautiful ballet of graceful movements. You can almost feel the gentle push and pull of the wind as he practices, the quiet thwack of his bare feet against the smooth training ground. Yingnan emphasizes redirecting energy, understanding the flow of conflict, and connecting with his inner self, essentially teaching him to embrace his true heritage. It's a stark contrast to the harsh, weaponized training Wenwu imposed, which focused solely on external power and aggression. Here, the emphasis is on integration, on finding strength through balance rather than dominance. The rhythmic breathing, the precise footwork, the controlled power emanating from his core, every detail reinforces the depth of this ancient art. This period of training is crucial for Shang-Chi's character arc, allowing him to process his trauma and integrate his two halves, the disciplined fighter and the sensitive son. He's finally learning to channel the lessons of his mother, finding a path to honor her legacy not through vengeance, but through protective strength. The film truly shines here in its world building, showcasing a martial art that feels both fantastical and deeply rooted in traditional philosophies, enhancing the mystical aura of Ta Lo. It's a beautiful coming of age for our hero, blending physical prowess with profound spiritual growth, all set against the backdrop of this magnificent hidden world. While Shang-Chi is busy with his Chai-based Zen master training, Xialing, still carrying the weight of her abandonment, is contemplating her own path. She initially plans to leave, a habit born from years of self-reliance and the bitter taste of being overlooked. But something shifts. Perhaps it's the peaceful hum of Ta Lo, the camaraderie of the villagers, or just the stubborn refusal to let her father win, but she decides to stay and fight. She begins training with the other villagers, further refining her distinctive rope dart style, which is a glorious blend of agility and precise, lethal strikes. You can hear the whish of the rope as it cuts through the air, the satisfying thwack as the dart hits its target, embodying her fierce independence and formidable self-taught skills. Her decision is a powerful testament to her resilience and a quiet act of reclaiming her own agency within this complicated family dynamic. Meanwhile, Katie, bless her heart, finds herself a bit out of her depth in a village full of ancient fighters and mystical creatures. But instead of just standing around, she embraces the learn-as-you-go philosophy. She discovers a surprising aptitude for archery, and with a little encouragement begins to practice with a bow and arrow. The twang of the bowstring, the whoosh of the arrow, the focused intent in her eyes. It's a wonderful moment of unexpected growth. It's a lighthearted, yet meaningful addition to the world building, showing that even a seemingly normal person can find their inner warrior in Ta Lo. She might not have superpowers, but her heart and her newfound skill make her an invaluable member of the team. Her discovery of her own abilities is a crucial step for her character, showing that everyone, regardless of their background, has a role to play in this epic conflict. The collective preparation of the village, the rhythmic clanging of weapons being forged, the focused determination on every face, creates a powerful sense of unity and impending battle. As foretold, Wenwu arrives at Ta Lo, driven by the seductive whispers of the Dweller in Darkness. His face is etched with a desperate, all-consuming grief, his eyes fixed on the imposing, ancient, dark gate, the prison of the monstrous entity. He truly believes his beloved Ying Li is behind it, calling to him, a heart-wrenching delusion expertly crafted by the Dweller. The very air around the gate crackles with an ominous energy, a low hum that promises ancient power and terrifying consequences. Shang-Chi and Xiling try desperately to reason with their father, their voices filled with a mixture of love, fear, and frustration. They explain the truth about the Dweller, the manipulation, the danger. Their earnest pleas hang in the heavy air, a desperate counterpoint to the deep, resonant whispers Wenwu believes he hears. But grief, as we all know, can make a person stubbornly deaf to reason. Wenwu, blinded by sorrow and manipulated by an ancient evil, dismisses their warnings. He raises the 10 rings, their metallic surfaces gleaming ominously, and begins to blast the dark gate. Each powerful thud and crack of energy as the rings strike the ancient barrier resonates through the valley, echoing the destruction he believes is liberation. The villagers brace themselves, the low rumble of the gate responding to Wenwu's assault, the ominous creaks and groans of the ancient structure signaling the beginning of something truly terrible. He's not just cracking stone, he's cracking open a seal on pure, unfiltered evil. It's a tragic moment of misdirected love, a father's desperate attempt to undo the past, unintentionally unleashing a threat that could consume their entire world. The world building here is exquisite, showing how grief can be weaponized, how ancient evils can exploit the deepest human emotions to achieve their nefarious ends. As Wenwu's relentless assault continues, the ancient dark gate begins to crack, literally and figuratively. From these widening fissures, a swarm of truly nightmarish creatures, the Soul Eaters, begin to pour out. These aren't your typical movie monsters. They're bat-like, shadowy horrors with glowing red eyes, and a truly unsettling ability to, well, eat souls. The chilling screech of their arrival, the frantic flutter of their leathery wings, the terrified gasps of the villagers immediately amplify the terror. They move with a terrifying speed, their forms blurring in the air as they swoop down, targeting anyone unfortunate enough to be in their path. The atmosphere shifts from intense family drama to full-blown creature feature in a heartbeat. The villagers of Ta Lo, along with Shang-Chi, Xialing, and even a surprisingly helpful Katie and Trevor, spring into action. The cacophony of battle erupts. The sharp clang of spears against the creature's tough hides, the thud of bodies hitting the ground, the desperate shouts of defense. We see the horrifying effect of the Soul Eaters firsthand. With a touch, they visibly drain the life and light from their victims, leaving behind empty, withered husks. It's a truly unsettling visual, and a great piece of unique world-building that gives this ancient evil a distinct and terrifying modus operandi. Katie, with her newfound archery skills, impressively starts picking off creatures, her twang of the bowstring a surprisingly effective counterpoint to the creature's screeches. Trevor, ever the resourceful theatrical, even uses his puppet, Morris, as a distraction. This initial skirmish is a frantic, desperate defense, highlighting the sheer numbers and terrifying nature of the Dweller's minions. It's a baptism by fire for our heroes, a stark warning of the much greater evil that lies beyond the fractured gate, and a true test of the combined forces of Ta Lo and our unexpected allies. As the chaos of the Soul Eaters rages, the true emotional centerpiece of the film unfolds. Shang-Chi finally stands against his father, Wenwu. This isn't just a fight. It's a desperate, heart-wrenching confrontation years in the making, laden with unspoken grief, resentment, and a deep, complicated love. Their battle is a magnificent clash of two distinct fighting philosophies, both visually stunning and deeply symbolic. Wenwu, wielding the Ten Rings, attacks with raw, devastating power, his every move fueled by centuries of conquest and fresh grief. The metallic clang of the rings as they strike, the concussive force of their impacts, the sheer destructive whoosh of the energy blasts, make him a formidable, almost unstoppable force. He's all about external power, dominance, and the legacy of his destructive empire. But Shang-Chi, now fully embracing his mother's fluid, internal style, counters with graceful deflections, redirects, and strategic strikes. His movements are like water, effortlessly absorbing and redirecting Wenwu's brute force. You can almost feel the gentle shift of air as he evades a blow, the precise thud of his footwork as he maintains balance. It's a dance of contrasts, the aggressive smash of the rings against the subtle whoosh of Chai-powered defense. Their punches aren't just physical. They're laden with emotional weight, years of silent arguments playing out in every block and counter. Shang-Chi isn't trying to destroy his father, but to break through his delusion, to remind him of the love that once grounded him. It's a beautiful piece of world-building, showcasing how a mastery of internal energy can stand against even the most powerful external forces. This fight is more than just a spectacle. It's Shang-Chi's journey to reconcile his past, to step out of his father's shadow, and to forge his own path as a hero, honoring both his parents in a way neither of them truly understood. In a climactic, heart-wrenching moment, as the Dark Gate finally shatters under the continuous barrage, the horrifying truth is revealed. The voice Wenwu believed to be Yingli's loving call morphs into the guttural, menacing roar of the truly colossal Dweller in Darkness. The air itself seems to thicken with despair and cold as this ancient entity begins to pull itself free from its millennia-long prison. It's a sight of pure, eldritch horror, a creature of shadow and raw energy, its massive form slowly unfurling. The deep, rumbling groan of its awakening, the terrifying whoosh of its shadowy tendrils as they lash out. It's a sensory assault that signifies impending doom. In that fleeting moment of horrifying clarity, Wenwu finally understands the full extent of the Dweller's manipulation, the bitter irony of his grief-fueled quest. The profound sadness and regret on his face are palpable. He makes a final, heroic, and utterly self-sacrificing choice. He passes the Ten Rings to Shang-Chi, their metallic weight a symbol of both power and immense responsibility. You can almost feel the faint hum of ancient power as the rings transfer from father to son. Then, in a truly gut-wrenching scene, the Dweller in Darkness consumes Wenwu, pulling him into its shadowy maw. The gasp of despair from Shang-Chi, the sudden terrible silence after his father's demise, underscores the gravity of this sacrifice. It's a moment that is both tragic and pivotal, marking Wenwu's redemption and Shang-Chi's full inheritance of his family's complex legacy. With Wenwu gone and the gate fully breached, the Dweller in Darkness breaks completely free, its ancient malevolent presence now looming over Ta Lo, ready to unleash its soul-devouring terror upon the entire world. The world-building here reaches its terrifying crescendo, as the ancient evil takes its full, horrifying form, promising an epic final confrontation. Just when it seems like the world is about to get a rather unpleasant, soul-sucking makeover by the Dweller in Darkness, an awe-inspiring beacon of hope erupts from the serene lake of Ta Lo. With a mighty splash and a breathtaking, rumbling roar, the magnificent Great Protector, Ta Lo's ancient and benevolent water dragon guardian, bursts forth. Its colossal form, shimmering with iridescent scales, moves with an ethereal grace, a testament to the sheer majesty of Ta Lo's hidden magic. The sight of it is truly something to behold, a beautiful piece of creature design that elevates the film's unique world building. The dragon's arrival shifts the tide of battle, injecting a massive surge of power and hope into the despairing villagers. Its powerful whoosh as it flies, the incredible force of its tail as it crashes into the ground, all contribute to the epic scale of the emerging conflict. It immediately engages the Dweller in Darkness, their clash creating concussive waves that ripple through the valley. This isn't just a monster fight, it's a battle of ancient forces, representing the balance and protection of life against the hunger and despair of the void. Meanwhile, Shang-Chi, now bearing the heavy mantle of the Ten Rings, Shailing with her perfected rope dart, and Katie with her surprisingly effective archery, lead the charge against the remaining hordes of Soul Eaters. The rhythmic clang of Shang-Chi's newly acquired rings, now pulsating with his own chi, resonates with power. The thwack of Shailing's rope dart, the twang of Katie's bow, all combine in a symphony of desperate resistance. The fate of Ta Lo, and potentially the wider world, hangs in the balance, resting on the combined might of ancient magic, newfound heroism, and a rather well-aimed arrow. It's a truly spectacular unfolding of events, where ancient legends come alive, fighting for the very essence of existence. The final battle against the Dweller in Darkness is nothing short of an absolute spectacle, a crescendo of magic, martial arts, and pure, unadulterated heroism. The colossal Dweller, its shadowy form radiating despair, clashes with the majestic Great Protector, their roars echoing through the valley. It's a Titans-level showdown, a visual feast of ancient beings locked in a desperate struggle. Shang-Chi, now fully embracing his destiny and the immense power of the Ten Rings, joins the fray. He doesn't just wield them, he masters them, infusing them with his own chi and the benevolent energy of the Great Protector. You can almost feel the immense power radiating from the rings, the rhythmic hum as they orbit around him, a testament to his balanced approach, combining his father's power with his mother's wisdom. He learns to fly with them, soaring through the air like a chi-powered metallic comet. The whoosh of the rings, the concussive blasts of energy as he unleashes them are breathtaking. Xiaoling, ever the fierce pragmatist, directs the villagers, her rope dart a deadly blur, while Katie, now a surprisingly accurate archer, rains down arrows on the remaining Soul Eaters. The rhythmic thwack of her arrows, the desperate screeches of the dying creatures. Everyone is fighting for their lives. In a truly epic sequence, Shang-Chi, channeling the combined might of Ta Lo's magic and the Great Protector's power, delivers a devastating final blow to the Dweller. The intense explosion of light and energy, the agonizing scream of the dying creature, marks the end of its ancient reign of terror. It's a moment of triumph, not just for Shang-Chi, but for the entire village, a testament to unity and the power of love over grief. The world-building culminates here, showing how the interconnectedness of good, even when facing ancient evil, can ultimately prevail, leaving a vibrant, hopeful future for Ta Lo and its people. With the Dweller in Darkness defeated and Ta Lo safe, our heroes have a moment to breathe, to reflect, and to say a few goodbyes. The villagers of Ta Lo, now recovering from the devastating battle, begin the long process of rebuilding, their spirits high despite the losses. The quiet hum of recovery, the gentle murmur of conversations, all contribute to a sense of closure and renewal. Shang-Chi and Shailing, after years of estrangement, finally share a moment of genuine, heartfelt connection, their bond reforged in the fires of battle. It's a beautiful, understated resolution to their complicated family dynamic, punctuated by a quiet sigh of relief. Shang-Chi and Katie then decide it's time to return to their normal lives in San Francisco. They're back to their valet jobs, talking about their adventures over a casual meal, trying to make sense of the dragons and magic that just exploded into their lives. You can almost hear the soft clatter of cutlery as they try to pretend that fighting ancient evils isn't their new normal. It's a sweet, slightly awkward attempt to reintegrate into civilian life, which is frankly, hilarious after what they've been through. But, of course, this is Marvel. Normal doesn't last long. Just as they're debating the merits of various noodle dishes, a shimmering orange portal suddenly rips open right behind them. With a familiar whoosh and the subtle crackle of magic, none other than Wong, the Sorcerer Supreme himself, steps through. His arrival signals their formal recruitment into the broader Marvel Cinematic Universe, his calm, authoritative voice setting the stage for bigger, bolder adventures. He needs their help to understand the Ten Rings, their origins, and their power, reminding us that even after saving a hidden world, there's always a bigger mystery lurking. The world building comes full circle here, bridging the unique mysticism of Shang-Chi's world with the established cosmic tapestry of the MCU, promising exciting future team-ups and further exploration of this ancient, powerful artifact. It's a fantastic tease for what's next, leaving us all clamoring for more. And that, my friends, brings us to the end of Shang-Chi's epic journey, for now. In a fantastic mid-credits scene, we see Yelling, having been overlooked for so long, not dismantling the Ten Rings, but taking it over. She sits on her father's throne, with Razor Fist and John by her side, promising to run it her way, proving that the future is indeed female, and also probably full of incredibly effective assassins. This film truly delves into themes of identity, legacy, and the courage to forge your own path, even when weighed down by immense familial history. Shang-Chi teaches us that true strength comes not just from power, but from embracing who you are, acknowledging your past, and finding balance within yourself. It's about breaking free from inherited burdens and choosing your own destiny. The unique world building, blending ancient legends with modern storytelling, reminds us that there's always more magic, more history, and more incredible stories waiting to be discovered, both within ourselves and in the vast, wondrous universe around us. It's a reminder to look beyond the obvious and find the hero within. Thanks for joining me on this recap.
He's gonna kill us all if we don't work together.
We don't need your help. Release them.
What through the gate? That was just the beginning.
I was hoping you knew.
There, Dad. Now.
Oh, mate, I'm not dead. It's just a performance.
He's here.
他留下。
竹林子。
塔罗入口。 你好像不知道我是谁。
麻烦。
你的父亲。
项链交出来。
You have.
You okay?
Yo, what up, y'all? It's your as a youth, so I'm gonna try and grade the.
Holy shit.
My bad.
What the hell's going on?
Boss, I get yelled at. The back is about to go. Yo, what's up, yo? What's up,
Hold on, everybody!
Controlling those punches like we practice.
Love that guy.
We've all been waiting for. It's
What happened to your shirt?
it's Macau's own.
切啊！但是我有急事得。能不能快？我是来帮你的，不会再给你打的。Come on!
Yo, I'm not doing this.
If we make it to the elevator, one.
Wind in my hair. Ow! Ow! Oh! Oh! God! Shot! Oh my.
30 seconds until.
Do you mind?
That's my car!
Hold on. Shit! What's happening back there?
Katie, go, go, go!
On three.
What?
2. It's all about us.
Eats us. What does that mean?
What is that in fate?
Really freaking.
You might want to hurry up.
What?
Morris says 4, and we're pretty much there.
Really? That's...
这是我的。去哪去？你误。我。
放下你们的武器，我是你们的小鱼。想你吗？哦。
We don't have much time.
Something we hope will never happen. 在塔罗，是时候从影子里走出。That's tight. Do you?